Hello, guys. Welcome to yet another interesting episode. Happy New Year to every one of you. I wish every one of you Happy New Year. And for those of you who are looking forward to having a travel visa this year, may God grant your visa prayers. And for those of you who already have these visas, some of you traveled, you came back because you couldn't change things, and many of you are getting ready to go back again. May God Almighty see you guys through. So, which is why I am also here for you. You understand? So, in this very video today, I will be giving you several updates you need if you want to travel abroad. Because in the past 8 9 months, I have been able to mentor. Let me use the word mentor, advise people who are traveling abroad, and over 98% have been successful when it comes to giving them my own experience and based on what I have been able to gather from other people who are traveling and traveled and have traveled on a regular basis. So your case will not be different. This year is your year. All you have to do is to do things right. I have been saying it for the past few days. You have to do something different from something you have been doing before that wasn't working for you. It is no longer news that many of our brothers and sisters went to Canada and were unable to get past the port of entry. Some even went past the port of entry, went into Canada, and were unable to get visa sponsorship jobs. And they were unable to convert their visitor visa, as you guys call it. Some were lucky to be able to get an LMIA job. Now, in this very video today, it is very, very important for us to start this year with this, because there are many of you here. You want to start processing your visas to other countries. This video is not just for Canada alone. This video is for everybody who want to travel to anywhere. Some of you have started the visa processing to some countries. Some of you already have the visas. You are preparing to leave. Some of you already left. You came back because you couldn't, change things. All hope is not lost. I am here for you guys. Now, if you want to succeed abroad, it is very, very important you know what it takes to succeed. Because many of us went to Canada, just carried visa, they went there, they reached there. They realized that all the things they were being told on social media, it wasn't as easy as they were told. When I broke this story earlier, some people think, oh, what this guy is saying, are you discouraging people? No. It is very, very important for me to tell you the way it is, even if you are angry. As long as that is the truth, that is what is more important to me. That is why when people went to Canada, they were able to do things, especially those travelers who were following me. My videos were helpful. Go to the comment sections of my videos and you will see how people said my video helped them pass the port of entry, because I did many videos on the questions that will be asked at the port of entry. If you have not seen that video, the video is here on my channel on YouTube. So if you're just coming across my channel for the very first time, my name is Nosa Comedy, the man with the remedy. Many of my fans call me Nosa from the source. You know why? Because I bring information directly to you from the source undiluted. And I am the king of informative comedy right here in the United States of America. Now, if you want to travel abroad this year, this is your video. Whether you have the visa or not. Because many of you are thinking you have to first of all get the money before you start your visa processing. No. Visa processing starts from the things you know about traveling. Visa processing starts from trying to establish how you can travel, what you need to travel, where you are going to, the skills that are important. How well do you know people in that country? These are the things you have to first of all establish. If you have money before this time, fine. But if you don't have the money before this time, good. But what I'm telling you is that it is very, very important for you to start doing these things I want to tell you. Then when you get the money, you can start ASAP. Now, first of the updates, have a 10-year passport. I don't know why it is in other people's country. I am taking Nigeria as a case study in this video. For Nigerians, have a 10-year passport. It is very, very important. I have told you story of how somebody got a Canada 10-year visa in 2015 and decided to travel to Canada in 2023 for the first time. That is for almost over 7 years. This person did not use his visa, but the visa was still valid because he used a 10-year passport to get a 10-year Canada visitor visa. So many of you will be applying for visa that has a 6 months validity left. It doesn't make sense. What if before the visa officer gets to your application? What if before the embassy gets to your application? What happens? Then if it takes them 6 months to get to you, before they are getting to you, they will realize that your passport has expired. And that they might just decide not to even reach out to you and put your passport one side. So it is very, very important you apply with a 10-year passport. No matter the country you are applying to, whether you are applying for a US visa, Canada visa, Australia visa, New Zealand visa, it is very, very important to have a long validity in your passport. Update number 2, get in touch with your previous travel agents to get and retrieve the information they didn't give to you. Let me give you an example. There is a case of how somebody applied for a Canada visa. When they applied for that Canada visa, the previous agent that applied for him that he is married and is not married. When he did the next application after that one, he was automatically denied. He didn't even know the reason why they denied him. They just told him that he's not consistent with his application. It was until an immigration lawyer in Canada requested for a GCMS note, they now realized that he was married in his previous application. In this application, he stated that he has never been married. And in his old application, the travel agent did not tell him, a lot of you are in this category. Many of you are running, let me get visa, let me get visa. People have been applying for visa. They applied 7 times, they denied them 7 times. Even with the right documents, they have been denied because they have to go back to the start to make that correction. So get in touch with your previous travel agents to talk to them and know all the information that was used to apply for visa in your previous applications. It is very, very important. You don't want to be saying something different in this application, different from what you applied some years ago, because you were not privy to the information that travel agents used. Automatic denial. So if you have your travel agent number, call him. Please, the application you did for me that year, what are the information you used? Did you tell them that I'm married when I am not? Did you tell them that I am not married when I am? Find out. This year I am here for you. I want you guys to be successful. Update number 3, research. Select a country of choice based on 1. You have to, it's not anywhere but left face. They just say, oh, is this one? You are ready. Is this one? You are ready. You have to prepare yourself. And this research select a country of choice based on 1, opportunities. If you go to that country, how easy it is. How easy will it be for you to quickly put your 2 feet on the ground? ASAP. How quick? Are there jobs available for foreigners? People that have gone there, how are they faring? Was it easy for them to get jobs as soon as they landed? These are something you have to think of. There are people who are going to Qatar, Bahrain. They go there, they realize that jobs are not available as they were previously told in their countries before they left. So you have to check if there are opportunities for you in that country. Then, order this research and select a country of choice based on, I said, opportunities. 2, your finance. How much do you have? For instance, if you are traveling from Nigeria to Australia, it is usually expensive because it's a longer distance. The flight ticket is more expensive than if you are going to Italy. If you are going to Italy, it is cheaper. If you are going to US, US is more expensive when it comes to flights than going to UK, Italy, Spain. The US is more expensive. Their visa processing, visa fees are different. House rent in these countries, rent is different. It is more pricey from one country to another. So what can you afford? How much do you have? Then still under that, where you have someone. It is very, very important when you are traveling to a country where you already have somebody to stay with. At least that takes a chunk of rent burden from you. Even if it means contributing to the rent that person is already paying, at least it is cheaper. If that person is already paying maybe 500 euro a month, at least you can be contributing like 150 or 200. You understand? So, do you have somebody there? Still on number 3, how easy it is for you to be a permanent resident of that country. There are people who have gone to some countries in Asia who said they have been there for over 10 years. They have not been able to even get their passports. In many countries, like Canada, if you go to Canada and you are there legally, under 6 years, you can have a Canadian passport. Yes, under 6 years, 7 years, you will have a Canadian passport. So that country you are going, how easy it is for you to be a permanent resident in that country? These are the things you have to ask yourself before you carry bag and say you want to give money to travel agents and go. Then number 5, under number 3, under number 3, how easy to bring your family to that country? That country you are going to, do you have intention to eventually stay there, be a permanent resident, and be able to bring your family over? Is that your goal? If that is one of your goals, now in that country you are going to, will that goal be easily achieved in that country? And if that goal can be achieved, how long will it take you to qualify as someone who can bring their family over to that country? These are questions you have to ask yourself. Number 4, get the visa processing money ready. You can do from number 1 to number 3, and then 3A, 3B, 3C, 3D, 3E, even when you don't have money yet. But now, number 4, get your money ready and hit the ground running with the visa processing. Get your money ready, proof of funds, documents, money for flight, your itinerary. Get them ready now. That's number 4. Now, if you already have the visas, now for those who already have the visa and you that will follow this step, now we move. Number 5, now that you have the visa, start to apply for jobs online from your country. Because I have said it time without number, a lot of people have been given visa sponsorship jobs. A lot of people have gotten visa sponsorship jobs online. And currently, a lot are still getting. People will be coming through visa sponsorship to the US this year. A lot of people will be coming. Many will be going to Canada. Many will be going to UK. Many will be going to Germany. Many will be going to Australia, just like that, New Zealand. People are traveling. Put in effort. You can go on there and start applying for, even if it's 20 or 30 jobs a day. Do that for a month. There is nothing God cannot do. You might just be surprised. You get a reply. An interview is fixed. When you pass that interview, they do everything A to Z. You don't have to pay. In many cases, up to your flight ticket, that company will pay for it. So that's it. Now, When you apply for these jobs, you have to take note. Their CV format is different. CV format from one country to another is different. They are not all the same. The Nigerian CV format is different from the Europe CV format. The Europe CV format is different from the US CV format. Get a US CV format ready. Upload your that country you are applying for jobs. In that very country that you are applying for jobs, know their CV format. Go on Google. Just type. If it's Canada, Canada CV format. If it's US, US CV format. Get the format. Upload your CV. Start applying for jobs. You can be lucky. That's number 5. Number 6, learn skills that will quickly get you employed when you get to that country. You may have other skills that are lucrative, but you have to ask yourself, that skill you have learned, is it a skill you can quickly get a job in when you get to that country? I have said this story before. There is a professor who came to the US many years ago, a professor from Nigeria, but his first job here in America was to drive taxi. There was no Uber then. A professor driving taxi. That was his source of income. Through that, he was able to take care of himself and his family. So even when you have that skill you are prepared for to be successful, you may have that skill, and that skill you have learned may not be, jobs may not be readily or easily accessible in that field. So you have to prepare yourself for a skill that will quickly help you hit the ground running, like driving and other skills. I have done videos on skills you have to learn. I have them here on my YouTube. All you have to do is just scroll down. You will get these videos there. A lot of people are testifying based on these videos I have done. So you can watch it. The last but not the least, book your flight on time. Many of you will be booking flight when it's 2 weeks to go, 1 month to go. No, it is expensive that way. There are many people here in the US who book flight 8 months ahead of time. Yes, very cheap. When you book flight 8 months, 7 months ahead of time, very cheap. Very, very cheap. You can book a flight next week or 2 weeks time or next month for $1,500. You might book that same flight for 6 months, 8 months beforehand. That flight might be $1,000. You see the difference? Just make a profit of almost $500. You can make very cheap. So this is what I have to tell you. Book your flight on time. Imagine a flight you're supposed to book for $1,500. You are booking it ahead of time for 1,000, 1,200, 1,300. Is it not better? So this is it. So from this moment on, I want to start bringing to you bumper to bumper conferences from all over the world. You guys can apply for, get your visa, and take those conferences. Visa sponsorship jobs will be hitting you on Usta Comedy YouTube channel back to back. I am prepared for you now. Many of my subscribers must travel this year. That is my target. Many of you must get visa this year. So please give this video a huge thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend this video to other people. There are people who need this video. Please don't watch without giving this video a thumbs up. God will bless you. Till I see you in my next video, guys. And don't forget to subscribe.